Hello, welcome to my sewing room and welcome to Friday Sews. My name is Christine and this is my channel, Christine Sews a Lot. Thank you for joining me. I want to thank everybody who has recently subscribed and for all of those of you who keep coming back. I do appreciate it, and I hope you'll join me in the comments below as we talk about all things sewing. Recently, I was in Pittsburgh for a couple weeks helping out with a new baby, and while I was there, I did not get a lot of sewing done. I managed 2 baby hats, and I shared them in my previous video, and I also cut out another dress for hashtag Project Dress a Girl, and I'll leave information down below on all of those things. So while I wasn't sewing, I did a little bit of fabric shopping. The first batch arrived and I'm expecting another package tomorrow. I ordered some fabric when fabric.com had a 20% off site-wide sale. I was looking for some art gallery knit because I don't like paying full price, especially if I need 3 or more yards of the fabric, because I wanted some for dresses. And then I also was looking for some fabric for making tops, and I needed some more rib knit for pajamas and for the cuffs on the Hudson pants. My oldest grandson has put in a few orders, one big order for Christmas pajamas for everybody in the family, which I'm going to try. I'm going to make a good attempt. At least get the grandchildren done and maybe some for the grandparents. So, before we get into that, I want to tell you what I'm wearing today. I am wearing this Cielo top by Closet Core Patterns. I've made it in this linen blend. It's very comfortable. I'm happy with how it turned out. It's a little bit creased because I've been wearing it today. And what I like about this top is it's quick and easy to both cut out and put together. I made most of it before my trip to Pittsburgh, and last night I just hemmed one cuff and the bottom. Instead of using a facing, I did a band around the neckline. I found that to be a little bit easier, and I'm not a big fan of the facings that keep flopping out, even if you do tack them down. On most patterns, I think I prefer a neckband over a facing. I like where this top hits. I'm only 5'4", so this pattern is a little more cropped on some people, but me, it just hits that magic spot along my hip line where I like my tops to go. I'm not afraid that it'll rise up and show my belly if I'm reaching and stretching, and it's not so long that it has the unflattering look of accentuating the bottom. So I will insert a picture of me wearing this. With it today, I'm wearing those bubblegum pink linen shorts that I made in Pittsburgh. When I got to Pittsburgh, I had forgotten to pack shorts and it was really warm. I did not get any of the weather that my son had promised me Pittsburgh had in September. It was hot. So I had limited items. I couldn't bring my whole sewing room to Pittsburgh, so I had brought this pink linen thinking I might make something for the baby, but I sacrificed it for some shorts. And I have worn the heck out of them because I love linen. It's so comfortable in this hot climate. The fit, not so great. So I wore them today to remind myself that I was going to make some alterations to get a better fit. I just used a pair of sleep shorts that I'd made myself I used that as a pattern, and I lengthened it a little bit. they're a little too baggy and I want to put in a wider elastic. So I'm going to be doing that sometime this month, but I thought I'd put them on just to remind myself, and also they're really comfortable. Not the prettiest thing I have ever sewn, but oh, do I appreciate them. So that's what I'm wearing today. Next, I want to get into my fabric haul. I have a stack of fabric over here that I recently purchased, and it's sitting on top of one of my makes that I'll show you towards the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. So the first up was rib knit. I hit the jackpot on this. I ordered 3 yards. I was thinking I probably would need more, but I didn't want to be buying too much excess since I was already buying fabric that I didn't technically need. Since I have plenty of fabric I have not sewn up. And the sticker on this said, you hit the jackpot, you got the end of the bolt. I got almost an additional yard. It was just shy of 4 yards and I paid for 3. So that was exciting. I also just got some gray rib knit. I have not washed it yet or taken it out of the package. And some royal blue. I'm making some Hudson pants for my oldest grandson, and it has this color blue in it. And I thought that while I was ordering and had free shipping, I would pick some up. Art Gallery fabric. I love their knits. And this is some that I purchased, and you can see I've already cut it out. And in the process of hand basting the neckband on, but this is going to be the Westcliff dress by Friday Pattern Company. What to say about this? I'm going to do a full review on this. I had thought there were more reviews online because I know I'd seen loads of inspiration. When I first saw the pattern on their site, the cover model has the longer dress on that has the bottom tier with the big ruffle. And at 5'4", I thought, no, that's not really for me because the dress would be wearing me. And then I started seeing some dresses. Liz at the Baker That Sews has a dress, and I'm pretty sure Michelle at Sewing Bunny had sewn one, and I suddenly had a need to have that pattern. And I bought it, and finally I am making it up. Everybody who has made the pattern has talked about how surprisingly easy it was to make, and so far I'm finding that to be true. I started this yesterday thinking, well, I'll just cut out the pattern and cut out my pieces and then I'll work on it tomorrow. And I ended up nearly finishing the top. So all I have left is to finish basting on the neckband, and then put the skirt on and a little hemming. So this is going to be a quick sew. I love this fabric. So that's what I was showing you. And I'm going on about my love of the dress. This is the Lazy Hazy Daisy, and I got it 20% off at fabric.com. And then a week later, I got another email saying they had some fabrics 35% off, and I ordered some more. So at 35% off, it was less than $13 a yard, I think. This was $16 a yard, and I bought 3.5 yards. So I have a little bit left over that'll probably become something for the baby. So the other thing I got was some Brussels linen, some Robert Kaufman Brussels linen. With the sale, it was $7.41 a yard. This color is pear, and it is not a color I could wear close to my face, but such a fun color. I wanted to participate in this color, so I'm probably going to make a skirt out of this, and that's why I got 2.5 yards. That would be plenty to make a top or a skirt, but I think since I don't want that close to my face, it'll be a skirt. And I also picked up some of the Brussels washer. I'll call it a silver color. I don't know what the official name of it is. And this will probably be a top or, yeah, I think it's going to be a top. I don't know, it could also be another skirt. But silver is a good color for me, so I could wear that close to my face. And I just love linen. It's so comfortable. The next fabric I have to show you is an art gallery print. I got everything has been washed and ironed. This is, I forget what the name of it is, but I've been looking at this for a couple of years now and just loving the happiness of the bright pinks and this blue, this aqua blue. And I think I'm going to turn this into a Tilly and the Buttons Tabitha T dress. So that probably will be a make soon, because honestly I felt a little guilt about ordering fabric that I didn't truly need. I did need to have more yardage to get dresses, and I have been wanting to make a couple of these dresses for some time. So I'm gonna make myself really put my nose to the grindstone and sew some things up for myself. But I thought that would be a great t-shirt dress and something to wear with a pair of tennis shoes and just look really cute and be so comfortable. So I bought that. This next one I am so excited about. This is another print that I have been admiring for a long time. And this is an art gallery rayon. And let's see, I bought 3.5 yards. I was thinking dress. I might be able to squeeze out a Davenport dress out of this. I'm going to try it in another fabric first. I have some cotton lawn that's really, really pretty that I think it's a birch fabric that I'm going to do my first test muslin in. And then I'm going to, if I have enough of this fabric, I'm going to make it up in this. If not, I just might buy some more if I need more. But that is just so beautiful. I love the colors. I love all the accent colors in this and the moon theme. So yeah, that is going to be a dress of some kind or other. And this is a Riley Blake rayon, and doesn't that coordinate well with the one I just showed you? It just goes to show how these fashion, that there will be colors that just trend, and you can find the same shade across different manufacturers. But this was $8 a yard. It's really lovely. And I got 3 yards. And I know I will be tempted to make a dress with it because I have enough to make a dress, but what I really need is some tops, and I need some solid tops. And I think that's what I purchased this with the intention for. So we'll see if it becomes another dress or if I do make a top. Now this last fabric I'm going to show you was a bit of a disappointment. And that's the problem with buying fabric online. It was described as I think it's a rayon challis, and it was described as maroon and pink. And I thought, oh, that's going to be gorgeous. I looked at it online, and when I got the fabric, I paid $9.98 a yard. It's more of a brown. I would not call that maroon. So I do like the pink, but that brown is not a color that I can wear well, and there's a lot of it in there. I guess that might be considered maroon, some of those leaves, but yeah, this is not going to be something for me. That's a little disappointing. On the plus side, if my niece likes this, I wanted to make her a saltwater slip dress by the Friday Pattern Company, and I know she loves pink, so if she can do that brown, this will become a dress for her. I love the pattern of this print. I just wish that it was truly maroon and pink together. I mean, don't we all love red and pink as a combination? So the last item that I have, let me pick it up off the floor. It's very heavy, so you can probably guess what it is. It's a Closet Core Pouf that I have made for my grandsons. It's space themed. It's a nice weight cotton canvas and really cute. But I'm wondering how many people have had this issue with the pouf. I have seen several online of where the sides are kind of sagging a little bit. And I did make a bag to put inside with all my scraps. And there's kind of a story behind these scraps. And I've really stuffed it. There are 3 9-gallon trash bags full of fabric scraps compressed and stuff in here. So I don't know if I should I do have some old towels and just kind of fill it out here so that it has a nicer look. My intention is to give this to the grandsons as a little reading spot for them to sit down on this and read in their playroom. But I don't want to give them something that's not, super attractive and looks kind of homemade. So if you have made the Closet Core Pouf and you've run into the issue that I have to where it's sitting up a little taller and yet saggy on the sides, if you can let me know in the comments below how you got it to look great, because I've seen so many of these that look great. But the story behind this is let me put it down. Poof. While I was in Pittsburgh, Charlie was going through the house cleaning things out and straightening. It's a project I started before I left where I've been getting rid of stuff that we have not used and I don't see that we're going to use again, just making more room. He was showing me some progress pictures of what he was working on from day to day. And he went into my sewing room and opened the closet, I'm pointing to her right over there, and took a picture of this jumbled pile of stuff on the floor. The rest of the room was pretty tidy, and I told him, don't be alarmed. Those are little offcuts and scraps of fabric that I've been saving to stuff that pouf. And I really only have a small bag left, so I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. It depends on what kind of advice you can give me on this pouf. But I knew the first thing that I sewed, even before I finished this top that had very little left to be sewn on, was that pouf so that I could clear the bottom of the closet that looked like a terrible mess. So that's what I have been up to. I have a lot of fabric to sew up, so I should have quite a few things to show you in my September Makes video. I'm going to include information below and an iCard on the Westcliff dress. Kirsten from the Dahlia Society has a really good pattern review of the Westcliff dress. And so I'm going to try to link an iCard above and include information below. If you've enjoyed this video, I've included some links of some other videos. I hope you have a joyful week and that you find the good in all things, especially sewing.